If buying isn't owning, is piracy stealing? This is a comment that so many people are starting to use on social media. And in terms of ethical behaviors, this can make you change your perspective and rethink. There was a time when we had the opportunity to buy something and own it forever. You pay it once and it's yours. You can share it, you can destroy it, you can pass it on generations, like so many books that we find around these days. Today, the idea is disappearing with this shift of ownership towards access. So products are no longer tangible, and now we start to speak about permission. You take software as an example. Microsoft Office, up until 2016, was a one-time purchase. You get the version of 2016, use it 2026. It's yours to play with. But since they moved to 365, you had a subscription to pay yearly. So you stop paying, your access disappears. You don't own any tool anymore, you just borrow it. Gaming also followed the same path. Online multiplayer used to be free. Remember PlayStation 3 when you could have played any game without the subscription monthly? Well, after the 3 at the end of its life and starting with the 4, you have an obligation to pay a subscription to Sony monthly to play online. So now we can't even buy a game. Most of the time people stream it. So songs disappear, movies rotate out, and your library exists only as long as you keep paying. Books are supposed to be permanent once you purchase your ebook. But now, with digital ebooks that we see today, it's not. Most books that you buy are licensed and not owned. So they can be removed, revoked, and we've seen an example with Amazon Kindles having the book 1984 disappear just by magic. Even education followed. Books at university used to be a one-time purchase and you keep it. Now the books expire after 5 years. Yes, you will be needing a new version every year, maybe with some updates to the book. But a book you bought 10 years ago is supposed to be always your book. So now students pay the full price for temporary access to knowledge. So from business perspective, this makes sense. Subscriptions mean control. They can update, they can correct. And now the cloud systems decide who gets access and when. But ownership once meant autonomy. It meant control of what you own. And subscription replaced that with dependencies. You are always dependent on a server to be always up to allow you access to your stream of games, movie that you bought on different platforms and so on. And that leads to this uncomfortable quote that I alluded to in the beginning. If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing. This isn't about promoting piracy, but it's about definitions, ethics, how we see things in this life. So the subscription economy didn't arrive suddenly. It arrived quietly. You remember around 10, 12 years ago when you buy a radio, what's the name of the radio app? TuneIn Pro for $10 and you get the Pro version for life. Now TuneIn, you have to pay every month. You don't pay for the subscription, you get bombarded with ads, so you just forget it. This isn't about rejecting technology, it's about being aware of the world around us and the changes that are coming to so many fields and so many needs of our lives. Because when buying no longer means owning, the loss is more than money. Is it your freedom? Probably. So the question remains, if nothing is owned anymore, what exactly did we pay for?